Hello students, welcome to Affairscloud. My name is Vikas. So friends, we have an application by the name Careers Cloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. And once you have downloaded, you can log in with your Gmail ID. And why I am suggesting you this application, because this is the one-stop solution for all the current affairs. This is the best of the best application and the platform where you can enhance your learning through help. Here you will be provided with multiple courses. Here you will be provided with multiple options of quizzes, and even you will be provided current affairs on daily basis. PDFs and quizzes will be provided to you on daily basis, both in Hindi as well as English. Here you will be provided current affairs with weekly basis and monthly basis also. Here remember, once you have done watching our video, then you can log in through this application, take out the PDF, read that PDF and go through the quizzes. That will enhance your preparation. Same you have to do for weekly and same you have to do for the monthly also. In monthly you will be provided with the top 100 important questions PDF and video also, that will enhance your learning, and it will be a very beneficial and important video for the revision perspective. And not just this friends, apart from this we also provide you banking and economic questions. We provide you state current affairs such as of Uttarakhand, UP, Tripura, Telangana and many more. Not just this, apart from this we also provide you topic wise current affairs, and the topics that we are providing you are really important. These topics are such as national affairs, international affairs, important days, sports, defense, science and technology, apps and web portals, obituary. These are the important topics that are being asked in various exams across India. So these are the topics that are must and should be covered and will be beneficial for the preparation of the students.
Hello everyone. So in this video, we will be discussing important current affairs for 26th and 27th of November. The session will be quite interesting, so do pay attention till the end. Let's start. The first question is, which edition of Bengal Global Business Summit was held in Kolkata, West Bengal? So remember, it is the edition it is being asked to us, and this West Bengal Global Summit or Global Business Summit, where was this held? Location is already mentioned that it was in Kolkata, West Bengal. Next thing is when it was held. It was held on 21st and 22nd of November. Then next thing is being asked is the edition. Which edition was it? It was the 7th edition of this Bengal Global Business Summit held in Kolkata, West Bengal. This particular summit brought together business leaders, academians, entrepreneurs, think tanks across the globe with an objective to make the business alliance and industrial ecosystem more eco-friendly, to make it more friendly not just by protecting the environment but also in order to make sure that all of them are stayed connected together and together they moves ahead, right? And this was the 7th edition of this, and during this only, remember, Mamata Banerjee, Chief Minister of West Bengal, announced that the West Bengal attracted an investment of 3.76 lakh crore, which includes signing 188 MOUs, right? Apart from this, if we talk about big companies, those who are investing here, such as your Reliance Industries Limited, they are investing almost 20,000 crore rupees in West Bengal. Then ITC, right, Indian Tobacco Company, they will be investing along with various other organizations here, right? So here you can see we are talking about the 7th edition of the Bengal Global Business Summit. This was held in Kolkata, West Bengal. It was from 21st to 22nd of November, and during this system only multiple other investments were seen. Here we will be see them, but before that, remember, during this the summit aimed to bring together the business leaders, academia, entrepreneurs and think tanks across the globe with the objective of making strategic and business alliance about industrial ecosystem business friendly initiatives of the state. That means they will be coming together, they will be working together, and they will be aiming to achieve a particular goal in future. Then here you can see 188 MOUs, letter of intents in different sectors were signed during this 7th edition of the Bengal Global Business Summit. And Mamata Banerjee announced, who is the Chief Minister of West Bengal, has announced that West Bengal attracted 3.7 lakh crore of investment. Here Reliance Industries pledged 20,000 crore in West Bengal. Then ITC will be investing here. NSE and West Bengal, they signed an MOU. Then WTC, NDITA, they also signed an MOU with WCT for 5 metro cities and so on. What is the capital of West Bengal? Kolkata. Chief Minister? Mamata Banerjee. Who is the governor here? CV Ananda Bose. Right? And if we talk about the national parks here, remember Sundarban National Park, Singlia National Park, Jalatpara National Park is also located here. Right? And in Kolkata, West Bengal only, first underwater metro will be built. Tell me the name of the river. Right? This is your homework question. Tell me the name of the river in which this underwater metro will be built in Kolkata. Right? This is important and I want to see maximum participation of the students here. Next is your exercise Surya Kiran. This is held between India and which country? So exercise Surya Kiran, right? Exercise Surya Kiran, first of all, remember this is held between India and Nepal, right? So right option is option 2. Exercise Surya Kiran is held between India and Nepal, and this was the 17th edition of exercise Surya Kiran. This can also be written as in numerals, right? So then question can be asked, this Surya Kiran was held between which force of these two countries? So it is army. That is Indian Army and Nepal Army took part in this exercise. This will be conducted from 24th of November till 7th of December. Correct? Now another interesting question becomes is, what is the location where this particular exercise Surya Kiran will be held? So this time the 17th edition of this exercise will be conducted in India in the Uttarakhand region. And this exercise was the first time started in 2011, and since then every year we are observing this exercise. Last year the 16th edition of that exercise was conducted in Nepal. That was in 2022, and now in 2023 this exercise is conducted in Uttarakhand. Then apart from this, friends, remember from India which contingent took part in this exercise? So remember, from Indian Army, Kumaon regiment along which consisted of 354 personals took part in this exercise. So which battalion took part? Kumaon regiment from Indian Army, and Taradal battalion from the Nepal Army took part in this particular exercise. Right? Do take a note of it. Apart from this, friends, if I ask you some more questions such as, tell me the first women to skydive from Mount Everest. First women to skydive from Mount Everest. Tell me the name of that woman. She is Sheetal Mahajan. Right? She became the first woman to skydive from Mount Everest. Right? Then which country will be hosting? Which country will be hosting second Voice of Global South Summit? Second Voice of Global South Summit. Tell me which is that country? It is our beloved India, right? We will be hosting the second Voice of Global South Summit. Then CITIIS 2.0. This is an initiative. This was launched where and this was launched by whom? So this was launched in New Delhi and this was launched by Hardeep Singh Puri. Next tell me which airport launched a Sunflower Initiative. Sunflower Initiative. This was launched by which airport? It is Delhi Airport, right? That they have launched this Sunflower Initiative. Correct? Then apart from this, tell me where was the 42nd edition of India International Trade Fair inaugurated? 42nd edition of India International Trade Fair. Tell me, where was this inaugurated? It was inaugurated in New Delhi, and in New Delhi to Pragati Maidan. Right? Then apart from this, where was a 2-day long Global Fisheries Conference? I repeat, 2-day long Global Fisheries Conference held. So where was this held? This 2-day long Global Fisheries Conference was held in Ahmedabad. Next is which country became the chair of International Sugar Organization for 2024? Which is it? So remember, India, they have assumed the chairmanship of Global Sugar Industry Body, that is your ISO, International Sugar Organization for 2024. So India will be having the chairmanship here, right? This news or this appointment of India as the chair or chairmanship of International Sugar Organization was announced during the 63rd edition of the council meeting of ISO. And where was this 63rd edition of the council meeting of ISO held? It was held in London, UK. Right? Then apart from this, as the chair of the ISO, India will lead the global sugar sector, and India will focus on uniting the members of ISO to adopt more sustainable practices in sugarcane cultivation, sugar and ethanol production. Right? Apart from this, remember, India is the largest consumer. What is it, India? India is the largest consumer of sugar and second largest producer of sugar in the world, right? And in the global share, if we talk about, we have 15% share in the global sugar consumption, and 15% global share in sugar consumption, and 20% share in global production, right? Then apart from this, if we are we were talking about sugar, right? But if we talk about ethanol, so remember here India is the third largest. India is the third largest ethanol producer after USA, Brazil, and on third number is our India. This news is also important. Correct. Why this I'm talking to you about this is because remember recently India has achieved 12% ethanol blending with petrol in ESY 2023. I repeat, recently India have achieved 12% ethanol blending with petrol in ethanol supply year 22-23. Correct? Mark this also. This is important. And the target for the year 23-24 is 15%. If we talk about ISO, who is the executive director? Jose Orif, established in 1937, headquartered in London, UK, and 88 member are the countries here. And which country has recently been given the chairmanship of ISO? It is our India, and it was during the 63rd council meeting held in London, UK. And here you can see India is the largest consumer and second largest producer of sugar in the world with 15% share in global sugar consumption and about 20% production of sugar, right? Mark this. Also, India is the highest cane price payer to their farmers and manages to operate efficiently and remains profitable in the sugar sector. The National Sugar Institute in Kanpur, UP has extended their influence globally, collaborating with countries such as Indonesia, Nigeria, Egypt, and Fiji. Then friends, apart from this, if I ask you, tell me, C. buckthorn. C. buckthorn, and we have done this in daily current affairs. It recently got the GI tag from where? From Ladakh, right? They got the GI tag from Ladakh. Next, tell me, International Tourism Mart. International Tourism Mart. Where is it? Shillong. International Tourism Mart in Shillong. Then, which city has topped in the women-led startups? We are talking about city that has topped in women-led startups. Name the city. It is Bengaluru. Bengaluru has topped in women-led startups. Next, one more thing. Bengal Global Business Summit. We just saw the first question. Which was the edition? This is important and high chance. So it is the 7th edition. Right? Global Media Congress. Global Media Congress. This Global Media Congress has kicked off where? It has kicked off in Abu Dhabi. Global Media Congress. Right? Then what is the rank of India in the Global Uniform Ranking? Global Unicorn Ranking. What is the rank of India in the Global Unicorn Ranking? India ranks third in the global unicorn ranking, right? Mark this. Next is UNEP and international news, right? So recently UNEP's emission gap report was released that insists on accelerating the measures to combat global warming, right? I repeat, as per the 14th edition of the emission gaps report, this report was released by UNEP, that is United Nations Environment Program, and it states that the temperature has hit new highs, yet the world fails to cut the emissions again. This report was released by UNEP and it stated that the world must reduce greenhouse gas emissions by at least 28 to 42% by 2030 to limit the global warming to 2 degree and 1.5 degrees Celsius respectively, right? Apart from this, remember the report warns that if the countries fail to reduce the greenhouse gas emissions, then the global temperature will be increased by 2.5 degree to 2.9 degrees Celsius above the pre-industrial level. The report also emphasized that the only way to prevent exceeding the 1.5 degrees Celsius limit is to accelerate the implementation action in this decade. If greenhouse gas emissions reduction is delayed, then this will lead to a greater future reliance on carbon dioxide removal from the atmosphere. Right? Mark this. Correct? And one more thing, remember here, even if we are looking at the optimistic scenario, right, the most optimistic scenario, the likelihood of limiting warming to just 1.5 degrees Celsius is only 14%. If we are doing all the cases that we are looking at, right, all the things we are doing, the financing, we are stopping the greenhouse gas emissions, right, and everything, then also limiting the climate change to just 1.5 degrees Celsius will be only 14%, right? That is very low. Then apart from this, remember friends, there are some reports that are released by UNEP, United Nations Environment Program, such as your adaptation gap report. They talks about the inadequate investment on the climate issues. Then emission gap report, that how many or how much we are emitting, how much greenhouse gases are being released, and the temperatures that have been raised. Then production gap report, phasing down or phasing up top fossil fuel producer plans even more extraction despite the climate promises. So these are some reports released by UNEP. Correct? So coming back friends, mark this. We are talking about UNEP, right? And they have released this emission gap report that states that temperatures hit a new high, yet the world fails to reduce or cut the emissions. Next, tell me friends, if I ask you, India will become the world's third largest economy by which year? It will be by 2027. And recently India has touched $4 trillion GDP mark, right? Apart from this, who has been re-elected as the Prime Minister of Spain? Pedro Sanchez, right? Then who has been appointed as MD and Chief Executive Officer of Kotak Bank? Ashok Vaswani. Then who has been appointed as the interim CEO of OpenAI? So there has been a multiple change, but now remember, Sam Altman has been reinstated to the position of the CEO of OpenAI. Correct? But still there is a tussle going on. In future we will see what will be the final outcome of it. Then who has been appointed as the Prime Minister of Luxembourg? Who has been appointed as the Prime Minister of Luxembourg? Luke Friedman, right? Luke Friedman has been appointed as the Prime Minister of Luxembourg. Next, tell me who has been appointed as the Managing Director of SBI? Vinay Tonse. Vinay Tonse, right? And Echo, they have appointed whom as their brand ambassador? So R. Madhavan has been appointed as their brand ambassador. Next is IGL has partnered with which bank to enable digital rupee transaction in Delhi NCR region? So which is that organization or which is that bank? It is IndusInd Bank, right? IGL, that is your Indraprastha Gas Limited. They have recently partnered with IndusInd Bank to enable the digital rupee transaction, that is e-rupee transaction in the Delhi NCR region. Correct. Here you can see IndusInd Bank, they partnered with Indraprastha Gas Limited, that is IGL, to promote the digital rupee, that is CBDC, launched by RBI. This collaboration will aim to promote cashless transactions at IGL CNG stations in National Capital Region. Right? The customers can also make quick payments across all the IGL stations by just scanning the UPI QR code, and they will be doing this using their digital rupee mobile application. This initiative will offer secure and sustainable mode of digital transaction. Correct. Apart from this, what is e-rupee we just saw? It was launched by RBI, launched in two segments. It was launched in 2022, and it is the digital token that will represent a legal tender. Right? Then this will offer your P2P facility as well as P2M facility. P2 is your peer-to-peer facility and P2M is your peer-to merchant facility. If we talk about IGL, who is the managing director here? Kamal Kishore Chatwalji. Headquarter is in New Delhi and it was established in 1998. Then if we talk about IndusInd Bank, who is the managing director and CEO? Sumant Katpalia. Mumbai, Maharashtra is the headquarter, and in 1994 it was established. Next is RBI has superseded the Abudaya Cooperative Bank board and appointed their administrator. I repeat, RBI, they have used their powers conferred under the Section 36 AAA, read with Section 56 of the Banking Regulation Act of 1949, that they have superseded the board of directors of Abudaya Cooperative Bank Limited for 12 months, and this was done because of the poor governance standards of the latter. In this, RBI has appointed Satya Prakash Pathak, the former Chief General Manager of SBI, as the administrator of the bank. So question can be asked, who has been appointed as the administrator of the Abudaya Cooperative Bank Limited? He will be Satya Prakash Pathak. Right? Then apart from this, remember, RBI has imposed monetary penalty on Citibank, Bank of Baroda and Indian Overseas Bank. If we talk about it, Citibank has been imposed with 5 crore rupees penalty, Bank of Baroda with 4.34 crore and Indian Overseas Bank with 1 crore penalty for the non-compliance with some of their directions. Correct? So remember this amount and along with the banks on which these penalties were imposed. Moving on, next is MasterCard has partnered with UGRO Capital to support the small businesses in India. I repeat, MasterCard, they have partnered with UGRO Capital Limited, that is a NBFC, to offer holistic digital supply chain financing solution to the small businesses in India. This collaboration is in line with the MasterCard's announcement to get 1 billion people and 50 million micro and small businesses, including 25 million female entrepreneurs, buy into the digital economy by 2025. So this is their target. So MasterCard, right, they partnered with UGRO Capital to support small businesses in India. If we talk about UGRO Capital, right, who is the vice chairman and managing director here? Sachindra Nath. Headquarter is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Next is awards and recognition. Recently, Ministry of Steel presented National Metallurgist Award 2022 for contribution of metallurgist in iron and steel sector. If we look at about these awards, right, these awards were conferred to 5 distinguished metallurgists in 4 categories. Here you can see Lifetime Achievement Award was to Dr. Kamachi Mudali Uthandi, right? National Metallurgist Award to Dr. Devashish Bhattacharjee. Then award for Research and Development in Iron and Steel sector to Dr. Rameshwar Shah. And Young Metallurgist Award was presented to 2 metallurgists, that is Dr. Niloy Kundu and Ajilan Muthumakinam, right? So they were awarded with the metallurgists that were awarded with the National Metallurgists Award in these 4 categories. Correct? Next remember National Metallurgist Award scheme that these awards were presented, right? So these awards are presented on annual basis. They were started in 1962 by then Ministry of Steel and Mines, and the award are to recognize the contribution of the metallurgist in the metallurgical field. Moving on. Next is appointment and resignation. Mahindra's Group's Anish Shah has been named as the president-elect of FICCI for 23-24. I repeat, Dr. Anish Shah, who is the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Mahindra Group, has been named as the President-elect of FICCI for 23-24. He will succeed whom? He will be succeeding Subrakant Panda, the incumbent president of FICCI after the 96th annual general meeting, which is set to be held in December 8th and 9th in New Delhi. This is important. He will be succeeding whom? He will be succeeding Subrakant Panda. Next, which country has topped the medal tally of Asian Para Archery Championship? Right, I repeat, which country has topped in the medal tally of the Asia Para Archery Championship 2023? So it is our India, right? We have topped in the Asian Para Archery Championship with 9 medals. Correct. In this 9 medals, 4 are gold, 4 silver, and 1 bronze. Correct. Where was the event held? Event location is Bangkok, Thailand. Right, and it was from 16th to 25th of November. Correct. Who secured the second position in the medal tally? South Korea with 5 medals, and China was on the third position with a total of 4 medals. Next is Australian women captain Megan Lanning announces the retirement from international cricket. As you can see here in the picture, she is Meg Lanning, correct, or Megan Lanning. She has announced her retirement from international cricket and she is the Australian women's cricket team captain. Next is Pakistan all-rounder Imad Wasim has also retired from the international cricket. He is 34 years of age. He plays for Pakistan's cricket team and his debut was in 2015 in one-day international match against Sri Lanka. Next is important days. International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women was observed on 25th of November. I repeat, International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women was on 25th of November and it was to raise public awareness about the global problem of violence against women. The day also aims to prevent violence against women and promote basic human rights and gender equality. The global theme for Unite campaign is Unite, Invest to Prevent Violence Against Women and Girls. This is the theme that you need to remember for this International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women. Next is state news. Rajneesh Goyal has been named as the 40th Chief Secretary of Karnataka. I repeat, recently Chief Minister of Karnataka Siddaramaiah has appointed Rajneesh Goyal as the 40th Chief Secretary of Karnataka. He will hold the post till his retirement in July 2024 or till further orders. He will succeed whom? He will be succeeding Vandita Sharma. Right. Next is Uttar Pradesh state. They have declared 25th of November as the No Non-Veg Day. I repeat, Yogi Adityanath, Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, declared that 25th of November will be a No Non-Veg Day to mark 144th birth anniversary of Sadhu Thanwardas Leelaram Vaswani. Correct, and this day coincides with the observance of the International Meatless Day on 25th of November also. So mark this important. If we talk about this Sadhu Thanwardas Leelaram Vaswani, he was born in 1879 in Hyderabad and died in 1966. He founded the Meera movement in 1933 with an aim to empower and educate women and set up St. Meera's School in Hyderabad, Telangana. Darshan Museum was opened in Pune in 2011 in the memory of him, and now 25th of November will be declared as No Non-Veg Day in the memory or the birth anniversary of Sadhu Thanwardas Leelaram Vaswani, and it was the 144th birth anniversary on 25th of November. So friends, these were your important current affairs for the day. Now let's go for a quick one-liner revision. 7th edition of Bengal Global Business Summit held in Kolkata, West Bengal. Surya Kiran, this was the 17th edition of the India-Nepal joint exercise, began in Uttarakhand. India became the chairman of International Sugar Organization in 2024. Then UNEP's Emission Gap Report 2023 insists on accelerating measures to combat global warming. IndusInd Bank and IGL has partnered to enable digital rupee transaction in Delhi NCR. Then RBI has superseded the Abudaya Cooperative Bank of Board and has appointed administrator. MasterCard partnered with UGRO Capital to support small businesses in India. Ministry of Steel presented National Metallurgist Award 2022 for contribution of metallurgists in iron and steel sector. Next is Mahindra Group. Anish Shah has been named as the president-elect of FICCI for 23-24. Then 2023 Asia Para Archery Championship. Here India has topped the medal tally with 9 medals. Australian women's captain Megan Lanning announced the retirement from international cricket. Pakistan all-rounder Imad Wasim has retired from the international cricket. International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women observed on 25th of November. Rajneesh Goyal named as the 40th Chief Secretary of Karnataka, and UP declared 25th of November as the No Non-Veg Day. So friends, these were your important current affairs for the day. Now, let's move to some revision part that will be beneficial for your learning. In November, Secretary of Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare Manoj Ahuja launched Krishi 24/7, that is India's first AI powered solution for automated agriculture news monitoring and analysis. Question asked is, which company or non-profit developed the Krishi 24/7 in collaboration with the Department of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare? Tell me. So this Krishi 24/7. It is a company that was developed, or which company has developed this Krishi 24/7? That is India's first AI powered solution for automated agriculture news monitoring and analysis. That means with the help of artificial intelligence, this Krishi 24/7 will be able to tell about the various news about how can we improve the agriculture. It will be talking about about the weather patterns and how that weather pattern can impact the agriculture processes. So everything related to the data will be provided here, and better analysis will be done here, and the better outcomes can be provided to the farmers here. Question asked is, which company has developed this Krishi 24/7? It is Vadvani Institute for Artificial Intelligence. I repeat, Vadvani Institute for Artificial Intelligence. They have developed this Krishi 24/7. Next, Union Minister of Labour and Empowerment Bhupendra Yadav virtually inaugurated Dash Foundation Day of Employees Provident Fund Organization on 1st of November. So remember, recently our Union Minister of Labour and Employment Bhupendra Yadav, he virtually inaugurated the 71st Foundation Day of the Employees Provident Fund Organization on 1st of November. So this was the 71st Foundation Day. Correct? And where was this event held for the same? It was held at Bharat Mandapam, that is in New Delhi. And this event witnessed the launches of various initiatives. Say for example, the Bhavishya Nidhi Awards 2023 were also presented during the 71st edition of EPFO. Right? Apart from this, tell me, which state has launched food security campaign? Food security campaign, and it is to basically achieve zero hunger. Zero hunger. Which is that particular state? It is Meghalaya. Meghalaya has launched this food security campaign to achieve zero hunger. Right option here becomes option 2. And one more thing, tell me, recently which city achieved or set a record for lighting the maximum diyas, that is of 22 lakh diyas? It is Ayodhya. Where is Ayodhya? Ayodhya is located in Uttar Pradesh. Next, who has been recently appointed as the Additional Secretary of the Ministry of Electronics and Information and Technology? So, Abhishek Singh. Abhishek Singh has been appointed as the Additional Secretary of the Ministry of Electronics and Information and Technology. Right? Next, one more thing, remember, then where was the 10th edition of the Kalinga Literacy Festival held? It was held in Bhubaneswar. Then, Bharat Atta. What is this? Bharat Atta. This is an initiative that was launched by the Government of India to provide affordable wheat flour. Right? Then which port became the first port in India to handle 16.1 million tons of cargo? So which is that port? It is Mundra port. It is Mundra port. Then next thing, remember, where was the 33rd edition of the World Animal Health Conference held? So 33rd conference of the World Animal Health Conference was held in New Delhi. Then which state became the first state to implement Uniform Civil Code? It is Uttarakhand. It is Uttarakhand. Next, name the minister who recently launched Jal Diwali Water for Women for Water Awareness campaign under the Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation in partnership with National Urban Livelihood Mission. So, which is that ministry? It is Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. They have launched Jal Diwali Water for Women for Water. This is an awareness campaign that was launched under Amrit in partnership with National Urban Livelihood Mission. Correct? Mark this. Apart from this, Odisha Urban Academy is the knowledge partner for this particular campaign, and this campaign will empower women in water governance and also will talk to them and will be creating awareness about water management and why water is important globally and what are the practices they can implement to clean our water and make it pure for drinking and usage, right? And almost 15,000 women from self-help groups are expected to participate in this particular campaign. Next is National Aeronautics and Space Administration, that is NASA, Space Agency of USA. They have launched two-stage Black Brant 9 sounding rocket as a part of INFUSE mission from the White Sands Missile Range in New York, USA in November. Question asked here is, what does I in INFUSE mission stands for? INFUSE, that means you should know the full form of this INFUSE and it should be remembered by you. INFUSE stands for Integral Field Ultraviolet Spectroscopic Experiment. I repeat, IN, that is INFUSE Field Ultraviolet Spectroscopic Experiment. This is your INFUSE mission. It is INFUSE mission of which organization? It is of NASA, right? And they have launched this two-stage Black Brant 9 sounding rocket as a part of their INFUSE mission. Correct? This mission, this INFUSE mission, what is the aim of it? It is to study sinus loop. That is sinus loop. What is this sinus loop? This is a 20,000 years old supernova that is located almost 2006 light years away from Earth. Correct? So this is INFUSE mission. This will be collecting the data of this sinus loop. And what is this sinus loop? This is a remnant of a supernova that occurred almost 20,000 light years away or 20,000 light years old, and this is almost 2006 light years away from Earth. And here only this INFUSE mission is of which organization? NASA. Now question asked is this, what does I stands for here? I here stands for what? It is integral. So right option is option 5. So friends, next is your homework section. First, which state has received GI tag for cashews? Next, investor risk reduction access platform has been developed by dash organization. Third, NSE signed MOU with which state to help small and medium enterprises to raise fund through the capital market? So these are your 3 homework questions, friends, and I want to see maximum participation of the students who are watching this video, right? Also share the link of this video with your friends and let them know about this interesting and best platform for current affairs. So that's all for the day. Thank you and have a nice day.
That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at Affairscloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is Affairscloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.